Got it.
All right, Barb, take it away.
All right. Welcome, everyone. I want to first introduce my dear friends, Vicki and Kathy.
Hello.
I've known Vicki for at least 35 years. Yes,
Yes.
I've known her that long, and she was in our wedding. I
Yes.
got you, girl. And then I met Kathy through Vicki, who became a very fast friend.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Oh,
Recently went to a doTERRA convention in Salt Lake and came back super excited about the transparency and cleanliness of the products. MetaPWR is the newest addition to this company, and after starting this product in less than 2 weeks, it's been life-changing to me. I've noticed a difference in my sleep quality, loss of weight, clarity of my thoughts, and decision-making. Also, my skin and hair are wonderful.
They are. I can tell.
Yeah, I feel my skin is glowing and my hair is thick, which is
her
amazing.
hair has always been really beautiful.
I'm super excited to share the information with a little help from my friends, starting with some basic essential oils. And then we're going to talk about MetaPWR. So take it away, Kathy.
All right. Well, hey, how about first Vicki? Now that you just put something in your mouth, can you just kind of introduce yourself a little bit and kind of some of how you got started with essential oils?
Well, I was having some back issues at the time, and a friend of mine,
Would be me.
that was Kathy, and said, "Hey, I might have something to help you out. Come on over and we'll try something." And so that's how I was introduced. I walked into her house, and I mean, this story is just vivid to me today as it was the day that it happened. It smelled really good. And at the time, my husband and I were both working out of our home. So people were coming to our home, and our home always had to smell good and look good and be clean. And we were forever doing candles or spraying aerosol sprays and things like that. And so when I walked into Kathy's house, it just had this clean, like honest clean, not synthetic, holistic clean. And so and then I could see this little thing in the background blowing, like a vapor into the air. And I said, whatever it is, I want that. So that was my aromatic experience that said, I'm going to do this. I don't care what it takes. I want that. And then on top of it, she gave me some solutions to help ease the pain on my back that I was having at the time. So,
And the rest is history,
the rest
right?
is history.
Yeah.
And I think that a lot of people do get into essential oils. Some people just think it's voodoo, like me. I thought it was dumb. I thought it was absolutely ridiculous. I am a medical professional, and so I thought this was all just wives' tales and it was never going to work. And then I had my own health issues, and my massage therapist introduced me to essential oils. And I mean, if anybody's ever had bilateral frozen shoulders, that is not fun. Within 3 days, I was raising my arms over my head, and I just couldn't believe it after 9 months of having so many issues in my body. So we all have our stories and our testimonies to tell. I think some people might think essential oils just smell good. Vicki gave her testimony of that aromatic value, and yes, they do, but it is a fragrance with a purpose. So there's many emotional benefits to the essential oils. Using the oils topically is that you're going to have super benefits when it comes to discomfort in the body. And now we are going to introduce you to a brand new product today called MetaPWR that I believe is going to have life-changing benefits for many, many people. And you are not going to want to turn this recording off. Vicki, yay! I know.
I've had great experiences with this too.
It's only been, 3 weeks for me,
Yeah.
2 weeks just for Barb, and we're already seeing results. And I'm going to go ahead and share my screen now and just go through a PowerPoint. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through the oil portion of this really quickly. And then, let me get here from the beginning. All right. Can you guys see my screen now that's on the big? Okay.
Yeah,
So we represent a company called doTERRA Essential Oils. And the goal of doTERRA is to help us live younger longer. And especially with this new product, this new metabolic product from doTERRA, it's one of those things that is going to be super valuable as we learn to live younger longer. So I'm just going to start from the very beginning. A lot of people don't even know what essential oils are. Well, essential oils come from plants. They're highly concentrated, volatile aromatic compounds, and they're found in the roots and the bark, the stem, the leaves, the flowers, and sometimes other areas of the plant as well. And these essential oils work synergistically with our body to be able to provide really powerful health and wellness benefits. So as you will see as we go on, essential oils are used, not just to smell good, although that's a great benefit, but you are going to see that there are some life-changing qualities that they have. Now, there are many different essential oil companies, and we want you to know that doTERRA is the highest rated brand. It is the #1 essential oil company in the world for a reason. And that reason is because of the science that we have behind our products and behind the oils, the sourcing of our oils, and the purity that we have. So doTERRA always makes sure that everything is 100% natural. There's no artificial ingredients, fragrances, there's no fillers in these oils. And when you smell a doTERRA essential oil compared to a different company, you can smell the purity, you can feel the purity, and how quickly they go to work in the body. They're very safe and they're very potent. And it seems like doTERRA is getting even better with all of the testing and the potency and the purity that they're giving us with our oils. I just love that the motto of doTERRA, is purity. It's about living a pure life without all the toxic chemicals. So we already talked a little bit about this, the aromatic use of essential oils. So whether it's in a diffuser or putting it on your hand or and breathing it in, the aromatic use of essential oils is highly effective for emotional use, just for making your home smell amazing. But it's not just about that. It's a smell with a purpose. Also, all of my cleaners in my home, my laundry detergent, my hand soaps, my surface sprays, everything that I use in my home is made from essential oils for absolute pennies. So I am saving money. I'm not buying all those toxic chemicals, which are messing with my hormone system. And as I'm using those essential oil cleaners in my home, I'm also getting the aromatic value of that as well. Then we can use essential oils topically. So whether you have stress and tension in your neck, whether you have head tension, maybe you have a sore knee, maybe you have digestive upset, you can use essential oils topically and have amazing benefits. And internal use, which is one of the ways that we're really going to focus on essential oils today, is using them internally. And you're like, wait, what? You can use essential oils internally? I didn't know that was even a thing. Absolutely.
I use the peppermint every day.
What's that?
I put the peppermint every day in my water.
Yeah, absolutely.
I converted them.
Great illustration, Joe, of just, using essential oils just by putting a few drops in your water. People love to put citrus oils in your water.
That was crazy. Like the earlier screen, you said a few drops in a bath. I'm like, oh my God, I'm putting a few drops in a glass of water.
Oh gosh, yeah. Aroma touch is fantastic in a bath. It's very soothing. It's very calming. This internal use as well. We're going to talk about some supplements with doTERRA today, and all of the doTERRA supplements are infused with essential oils. And so just know that, as we talk about the amazing new products that are here with our MetaPWR line, just remember that the essential oils are the basis. They are the lifeblood of not only this company, but every product that doTERRA makes. So we are going to hit the internal use of essential oils big today. There's so many health benefits of essential oils. Barb already talked about a few. Vicki and I already talked about some. But your skin, digestion, immune function, sleep, muscles and joints, emotions, cellular function, cognitive ability, and this term reverse aging. We're just not talking about anti-aging with some of the products that we're going to be talking about today. We are talking about reverse aging, and there's so much science behind this. I'm not going to go into a ton of it. I'm a biochemist, so I can geek out on science, but I promise I won't do that to you today. But there is so much out there. If you want to learn about the reverse aging, and all the science behind it is certainly there. I already talked a little bit about the household use of essential oils. I use essential oils in cooking. You can just put a couple of drops, like a drop of oregano in your spaghetti sauce is amazing. You can use your citrus oils, basil. There's all kinds of oils to use for cooking. I do my laundry with doTERRA has a fantastic laundry detergent, my hair care, lotions, soaps, hand wash. Like I said, all my cleaning solutions, I make them up because I want to reduce the toxic load in my home. Because when we have toxins in our home, whether it be through perfumes, through fragrances, through anything that we put on our skin is actually like a big sponge. So when we put something that's toxic, we don't even realize it's toxic. We think this lotion might smell really good. Well, there could be toxic chemicals in there. And what they do is they go in and they really mess with our hormone system, and at the cellular level, destroy the cellular function of our cells. And over time, that takes a toll, which turns into chronic inflammation, chronic diseases, and even maybe really life-altering conditions that none of us want. So learning to clean up the just regular things in our home is one of the goals of doTERRA. Emotional benefits of essential oils. They can be very calming. They can be energizing. They can be soothing, renewing, invigorating, uplifting, focusing, and motivating. There's 144 different essential oils that doTERRA sources. And so you can find an essential oil or an essential oil blend that is going to help you with so many of the emotional benefits in your life. And I'm going to talk about one. It's called Adaptive towards the end of this, that is absolutely life-changing in my estimation. Now, we're not talking about, okay, let's just throw an essential oil at it and everything's going to go away. No, what we are talking about is a lifestyle. We are not talking about, like when you go to the doctor and the typical thing is, hey, something's wrong with me, so give me a pill and fix it. Well, we've realized that giving people a pill to fix it only causes maybe sometimes more issues. I mean, I'm not saying that modern medicine is bad. We need it. There are times in our lives where we need maybe to go to the doctor. I haven't, like, since I've started doTERRA, I even had, that viral thing that was around, and I wasn't even
that C word.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. So when we start thinking about this pyramid of health, the big part of it, the foundation of this pyramid is going to be eating right. So I know one of the things that's done for me, and Barb and Vicky, you guys can also chime in on this as well, because when I think about, okay, I'm using these natural products, I want natural things in my life. Therefore, I'm thinking more about what I'm putting in my body. I'm thinking more about what I'm eating. And have either of you had that same experience?
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So it's just, this lifestyle just brings us into a place where, oh my gosh, what have I been doing to my body? How can I reverse that? And now how can I share health and wellness with other people?
And I think one good step leads to another good step. And then when you have that step, and then you have another good step.
I highly agree with that. Yeah, whether it's, what we eat, what we drink, and then it turns into maybe even the relationships that we have in our life. Maybe, it's all these things that it just becomes this lifestyle that we want something better for ourselves. And, a big part of that is exercise, is getting out and walking, stretching, getting movement in the body helps to create other good things that happen. Rest and stress management. So sleep and stress is the number one killer of anyone right now, especially people in the United States. I think stress is a huge killer. So how do we manage that, and how do we sleep well so that our body can function better and can actually repair it? Recover. That's a very good word.
Yeah, when you sleep, you can recover.
Right. And we already talked about reducing toxic load. So, whether that's what we eat, what we drink, the cleaning solutions we use, the personal care products that we use, how do we reduce that toxic load so that our body isn't so gummed up with these toxins and can work correctly? And then informed self-care. So now that those are lifestyle choices. Now we're talking about healthcare. So informed self-care is, okay, something did happen. Now what do I do? I have inflammation in my body. I sprained my ankle. I have a cold. What do I do? And now what I love about essential oils is that I know that I have anything I need in my home to take care of myself and my family. And it's just amazing. Like this is something as simple as a bee sting. I was on a girls trip with some friends just a few weeks ago. And one of my friends got stung on her thigh. Well, that could have really kind of messed up her weekend, but immediately I grabbed some Purify and some lavender, and you could just see the redness and the swelling just start to go down. Okay, so I had that right there on hand to be able to take care of that thing. I want to be able to know that I can do that for myself and for my family.
And I want to chime in because Vicky came to visit me and my allergies acted up. So Vicky started like giving me lavender and lemon and what was the third one?
Peppermint.
Peppermint, yeah. And all three of those, my allergy symptoms, like my cheeks were turning red. And as soon as I had that, like 20 minutes later, like the allergy symptoms started going away. It was incredible.
Yes. Yeah, I know. It really is, and how fast it works as well. But if you don't have this stuff in your home, you know, you're not going to be able to use it. So be ready for anything is also a big kind of motto for me, and something that I share for anyone else. Be ready for anyone and know how to use these oils. And then proactive medical care. And this is where, okay, I need some more intervention. Okay.
Self-maintenance.
Yes, it could be not necessarily maintenance, but proactive medical care really should be reserved for accidents and injuries. Really. But we're talking about heart disease and cancer, and you know, these are the #1 killers right now. Other chronic diseases that are out there, and that's how we're using our medical care. But we really should be able to, in the vast majority of cases, through lifestyle choices, through eating correctly, through managing stress, exercising, we should be able to take care of ourselves in such a way that we may not need those more drastic measures in our lives. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. How in the heck do we do that? One of those is lifelong vitality. And Barb, before I go into this, I know that you had some great results with lifelong vitality.
Yeah, I basically started roughly like 6 to 8 months ago. I started like really getting into the lifelong vitality, and it's pretty much just your vitamin supplements. And I said, I'm going to give it a go. And, you know, it's been amazing. I've only taken basically a half a dose of it, and I have had so much energy, and it's unexplained energy, because I know my husband was like, where is this energy? What's going on with you? I'm like, I don't know. I'm just enjoying the wave. And I really think it's this.
I tried it one day and I
lifelong vitality.
I didn't notice anything. I got to really try and.
Yeah,
stick
one
with
day
it.
doesn't really do you justice, but
Yeah.
you take it seriously, like for 6 months, you will start feeling the wave. It's pretty incredible.
Absolutely. And it really does go to work pretty quickly. So when I said I had the bilateral frozen shoulders, I thought essential oils were stupid and I wasn't going to use them. But I knew my body needed something, and I knew I needed a really good supplement. So I started taking the Lifelong Vitality Pack, wasn't even using the oils yet. And I had drastic results in just a few days with using the Lifelong Vitality Pack. It's like I had my body back again. Pretty darn incredible. So the Lifelong Vitality Pack consists of 3 different products. I'll start on the right. That's the VMZ. So this is your vitamins and minerals. But you guys, all vitamin and mineral, all vitamin products are not created equal. Believe me. You want to make sure. No, you want to make sure that your vitamins are bioavailable and that your body can actually uptake them and use them. And most of those hard pressed tablets that are on the shelf, if you're taking those, I guarantee you they're not doing you any good anyway. And you're literally flushing your money down the toilet.
So do you take one of these 3 a day or all 3 a day?
They work in synergy with each other when you take them together. So I, like Barb, take a half dose. Some people may need to take a full dose to feel the effects, and some people might need to take a full dose maybe for the first 2 or 3 months. That's what I suggest when people get started with them, to start slow, work your way up, and then work your way up to a full dose until you really get that that energy and that life back in your body that you want to feel. So E-omegas, we all know that omega-3 fatty acids are very good for brain health, for muscular health, for cognitive ability, for heart. There's so many things that EOs are or omegas are good for. But again, not all omega products are created equal, and we want to make sure that we have something that's going to work really well with the body. Plus, this has 9 different essential oils in it as well. So you're not going to find another product on the market that's going to be
What's
like
a good
this.
sleeping essential oil, or do you just take these and eventually you sleep?
Well, actually, when you start using the Lifelong Vitality Pack, it's one of those things that your body starts to respond. A lot of people start to say that they sleep better just with the Lifelong Vitality Pack. I've also heard that with the MetaPWR products that we're going to be talking
Oh,
about. But I also have a whole slide about sleep here in just a little bit.
I want to just interject. So my days are sporadic. There's days, the alpha CRS is one that it does have caffeine in it. So it's not like a jolt of caffeine or anything, but, and I think Kathy, you've told me this before, that it can keep you awake if you take it too late in the day, or I've heard that somewhere.
Right. It's energizing. So I always try to take mine before 2 p.m.
Well, that being said, so I will do that. But if I just so happen to not be able to take it on time and take it before 2 p.m. or whatever, sometimes I will wait till about 9 o'clock or right before I'm going to go to bed, and I will take it then. And it is amazing at how it affects me the next day. In a good way, in a wonderful way. I feel like I have more energy. So anyway, you can't mess up taking it, but I do recommend that if you get past that, say 2 o'clock or afternoon time frame, then take it right before you go to bed, because then you'll wake up and it will have been digesting and
Feel refreshed.
for you.
That's a very good, and I love that we can all find our own way. I think that the medical system has taught us that, okay, something's broken, so you come to my office, I'll tell you what it is, and then I'll give you a pill that'll fix it. And I think that too many of us got used to that model, and we gave away the power of our healthcare to somebody else. And what we want to do is be able to take that power back. We want to be in charge of our own healthcare and not give that control to somebody else or to a medical system. And so this is what we're talking about with supplements and with eating correctly and with the new MetaPWR products that we're going to be talking about. And so the sooner you can start that, the better. And if you're 70 years old and you haven't started that yet, guess what? Today's the first day of the rest of your life. So you might as well start it now. If you're 22 years old and you feel like you're invincible, well, guess what? You're not. And so starting to take these products as soon as you can is going to give you that vitality all the days of your life much sooner than somebody who starts when they're 70. So I'm going to go into the oils right now. I'm going to go through these pretty quick. Again, we're going to hit that internal use, which when we just talked about the Lifelong Vitality Pack, that is an internal use of all of these are infused with essential oils and with botanicals, all 100% natural. And now we're going to talk about the essential oils, which are the star of doTERRA's lineup and always will be. Lemon. Lemon
I
is
got a few.
What's that?
I have a few of them.
I know. Yes. Lemon. We go through a bottle of lemon every month because we put it in our water. I clean with it. It's very good in a diffuser. It's very uplifting and invigorating. And it's just that nice, fresh, like you zested a lemon. And this is one of those that's going to be a staple in your home once you start using it. It is amazing. Lavender is another one of the staple oils, and lavender is all things calming. So think about if you need to calm the skin. Let's say you've had a little bit too much sun, or you get a bug bite. Lavender. What's that?
Or the allergies.
Or allergies. So lemon, lavender, and peppermint together, very calming to the respiratory system and calming to the immune system to help with those allergies. because lavender is a natural antihistamine. Many people don't know that because maybe they have an allergy to lavender. But here's the deal, essential oils have no proteins in them. They are the lifeblood of the plant, which is simply an oil. And the way that doTERRA distills our oils, there's no protein remaining in that oil. So you should never have a true allergy to an essential oil. Then peppermint, which is the third part of that trifecta, Barb. Lemon,
I
lavender.
don't have
and
this one
peppermint for-
next to me,
Yeah,
but it's the one I use the most.
And for respiratory stuff, and Joe said that he puts this one in his water, and
Yeah.
very good for digestive stuff and for respiratory as well. And it's very uplifting and invigorating. And doTERRA now has a brand new oil called Super Mint, where they have put peppermint, spearmint, and bergamot mint.
Bergamot.
Yeah, bergamot all together.
And
in the same
Japanese
oil.
peppermint.
And, whoo, that'll really give you a jolt, Joe, when you take that one. That one's
Japanese supplement.
really, it's
The four,
really,
the
really-
four, the 4 mints, super mint.
4 supermints. Good.
it's called
I'm having
super
some of my
mint.
baked
because there's
potato.
four-
What
four
should I put in
different
my
kinds
baked
of-
potato? I don't know.
All right, so we're just going to keep going. Another one of the basic oils is frankincense, and frankincense is considered the king of essential oils. It is highly anti-inflammatory. It helps with discomfort in the body, but it's also super good for skin issues, very good supporting the immune system, and you just can't go wrong. In fact, when I make any of my blends to use topically, I always put frankincense in it because it enhances the other oils that I'm going to be using. And so I always just put frankincense in everything. It's just one of the basics of oils.
Don't they
Now,
put
those were
crazy
all
in church?
single oils. So a single oil is just going to be lemon. It's just going to be lavender. But now we're going to start talking about some blends. And these are, the oils in these blends are synergistically put together to be able to have a desired effect in the body. So this first one is called Digest Zen. It is anise and peppermint, ginger, caraway, coriander, tarragon, and fennel essential oils all put together in this amazing oil that I'm telling you, anything from diarrhea to constipation, if it goes in goes in your mouth and comes out the other end, that's your digestive system. So anything along that digestive tract, if you're having issues with it, Digest Zen is the bomb. You just take a little bit and you can rub it around your belly button. If you're having gas, bloating, any kind of intestinal pain, anything like that, it is just fantastic. And there's
That
an
totally
entire,
works. Like around the belly button with the gas, I totally, like that worked. I could
It
not believe,
does.
like, putting my oil around my belly button and rubbing it in clockwise motion. It really cut down my gas. It was amazing.
and everyone is happy for that, Barb. I'm just saying.
I bet.
I'm just saying. Yeah. And there's an entire line of digestion products, including probiotics and digestive enzymes. And it's just a fantastic line that doTERRA has put together, because really one of the number one causes of inflammation in the body is having a poor gut. One of the main causes of having a poor immune system is gut issues. So when I work with people, when they come to me and say, hey, I have brain fog, or, oh man, I have so much inflammation, my shoulders hurt all the time, I start on them with gut health, because that's where it all starts. It's super important to start with that gut health. And then On Guard. On Guard tastes and smells like Christmas. It is a wonderful blend of wild orange.
This is the oil that sucked me into doTERRA before I knew what doTERRA was.
And why is that?
I went into my niece's dental practice and smelled this and like, what is that? I need it right now. And I took it home, and that was my introduction to doTERRA. Before I knew anything about essential oils, I was hooked on it.
Well, that's good. And I think, this is the one, my phone is ringing. Sorry, you guys.
That's okay.
This is the one that's, it's highly antimicrobial, And so you can take it internally, you can use it externally, or you can diffuse it. Like Barb was saying, it smells absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
And this is the one that I use in all my cleaning products. So this, and there's a whole other group of cleaning products called Abode. So there's, maybe somebody, I can't imagine who it would be, but maybe somebody doesn't like the smell of On Guard. Well, we have a whole other cleaning line called Abode with a completely different aromatic profile. So you can always find something that's going to be valuable for you and that is going to, fit your aromatic desires as well. Just such diversity with our oils. Breathe respiratory oil. So again, when you're talking about those seasonal threats and you're talking about maybe congestion and being stuffed up, this is going to be the oil and the oil line of products for you. It has laurel leaf, eucalyptus, peppermint, tea tree, which is melaleuca tea tree oil, same thing. Lemon, cardamom, ravensara, and ravensara essential oils, and it helps with those feelings of clear breathing. There's a respiratory drop from doTERRA. I guess it'd be like a cough drop, but they're called respiratory drops. And then like at night, if you got a snorer in your house, diffusing breathe or putting a little bit of breathe right underneath your nose is absolutely fantastic to help with that extra wind at night. Should I put it that way? Yeah. Okay. Deep Blue. Besides Lifelong Vitality.
Deep Blue. Everyone
Yep.
loves Deep Blue. If you had a pain.
Yes.
Oh,
So Vicki, I know that when we first got started, I know you loved the smell of essential oils, but tell us about your experience with Deep Blue. Vic, are you there?
I think she's muted.
Okay. All right. Well, I will tell you about my experience with Deep Blue. Are you there, Vicki? No. Okay. I have, soreness. Like I told you, my shoulders. I have a bad knee, and so when I started using the Lifelong Vitality and was getting great results, I was like, oh, maybe there is something to this essential oil stuff. And so I started to use the Deep Blue rub, and it was absolutely amazing. I put it on before I go to bed, and it really helps me because pain and just soreness at night is one of those things that will wake me up. So Deep Blue actually helps me to sleep at night. And yeah, it's fantastic. Smells great. It's got wintergreen, camphor, peppermint, ylang ylang, helichrysum, blue tansy, blue chamomile, and osmanthus. You don't want to be without this one, right, Barb?
Oh, I love it. Yeah, I couldn't live without it.
Joe, have you tried this one?
Yes, I have. Absolutely. Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, it is good stuff. Very powerful. All right, another one.
Copaiba. I love Copaiba.
You what?
I love Copaiba.
Okay, tell us about Copaiba, Barb.
For me, what I'm looking at it and actually feeling about it is actually for me, it's a pain reliever. And I don't see any of that on there, but it helps my nervous system.
It says
It helps me think
and supports the nervous system.
Yeah, it helps me think clearer.
So there's Copaiba is very multifaceted. This is from a tree in the Amazon. It's a resin. So they tap it a lot like you would tap maple syrup, and it comes out of the tree directly. Doesn't even hardly need any kind of purification or distillation at all. And it comes both in an oil form and in a gel cap to take internally. It's doesn't have very much smell to it at all. It's very, very light on the aroma. And it's super good for calming, for, like Barb said, for that discomfort in the body. And there's another product out there that everybody in the world knows about and just thinks that it is like the end all product that's going to change
CBD.
everything. CBD oil. Right. So CBD is an endocannabinoid, just like THC, which is marijuana, right? And we know that there are probably at least 88 different cannabinoids, not just CBD and THC. So one of the cannabinoids that is actually in copaiba is beta-caryophyllene, which is BCP, and that has about 70 times greater affinity for the cells than CBD oil does, and it is a fraction of the price. And it, like I said, it works about 70 times more effective in most people. So this is one that when this first came out, it's like everybody wanted this because of the effects that it has in the body for a much reduced price, and the purity, knowing that there's not going to be any THC or anything in this. I mean, it is just a BCP product.
Pure,
And it
very
is
pure.
amazing. Very, very good. Okay, so Joe, this is the slide that I was going to talk about with, yes, there is a sleep oil. And there is a sleep capsule as well. It's called Serenity. Serenity is another blend. And this blend is made up of lavender, cedarwood, hoe wood, ylang ylang, marjoram, Roman chamomile, vetiver, vanilla bean, and Hawaiian sandalwood. So you can only imagine how wonderful this smells. This is going to my diffuser at night. And you can also put this on the bottom of your feet, which is a very good place to use it for just overall general wellness. Using essential oils on your feet is a very good place. But the Serenity Restful Complex is gel caps that you can take about 15 to 20 minutes before you go to bed. And it just helps to give you that restful sleep where you fall asleep and stay asleep all night, because it has something in it called L-theanine. And L-theanine is a natural amino acid that is a precursor to melatonin in the body. And so it helps us to create our own melatonin, which is huge. If you are taking a melatonin product off the shelf, don't do it. And melatonin that is not your own does not work with your body the way that melatonin will that you create yourself. And it can really mess up your circadian rhythm in your body. And so taking a melatonin usually doesn't work well for most people. All right, this is the one, Adaptive, that I talked about a little bit earlier, the mental wellness system. And this also has capsules. So in those times when you're feeling anxiousness or anger, or you're feeling like your wheels are just flying off, this Adaptive capsule is amazing. So just taking one of these, and then it's like, 15, 20 minutes later, you just realize, oh my gosh, that thing that was bugging me a few minutes ago
Not so
isn't bugging
bad.
me. It's great. Have you used this one at all, Barb?
Oh, I have.
Oh,
I
yeah,
have. It's gotten me through a lot.
right. And then the oil as well. So there's a roller ball. You can put it on your wrists, or you can put it in a diffuser. And when you put essential oils in a diffuser, it's not just for you. It calms the entire room, right? It calms the entire house. So not just for you, but for anybody else in your home while you are diffusing that thing. So
another thing I do with the rollerball, so if it really means something to me, like emotionally, I actually roll it over my heart also.
Yes. Yep. That's and the back of the neck is a really good place to use any kind of essential oils for emotional benefits. On the wrists, over the heart, and the back of the neck. All right, and now we are going to go into the new MetaPWR products. So MetaPWR was just released by doTERRA about a month ago, and I am amazed. If I did not personally know some of these people who are telling their stories, I would think, oh my gosh, this is just a big sales push. This is,
Oh yeah.
Well, guess what? I'm one of those people, and Barb, you are now.
I'm one of those people now.
He's one of those people. And
Oh yeah.
right. So let me see, Barb, what are some of the benefits? I mean, you talked about lifelong vitality, but what about since you've been taking MetaPWR?
Oh my God. So I have clearer thinking. I have had weight loss by the inches. My skin is amazing. I'm sleeping better. It's just, it just keeps multiplying.
I know. Yeah, the benefits are just, and they were talking to us in the science when we were at convention, and I think a lot of us were like blown away, like we just want to get back to our rooms and try it, but the more they talked about it, they didn't even have to convince anybody really with the science.
No, it was just
because
try
we
it,
were-
just try it.
Yeah, just try it.
And then
We
you
were-
saw the people that have been using it for 2 weeks and you could tell that they were glowing.
Right.
And the inches that they were, dropping off. It was amazing.
Yeah. And Vic, I know you've seen some benefits as well.
So I love it. Without going into too deep, but just the blend, the capsules themselves, taking those has been really changing. It really helps with my appetite. So my appetite, which is really helpful, you know what I mean? So that I can, help get rid of, I eat a lot of fatty things, or just things that aren't good for you. I'm a sugar fiend. So
Yeah.
it's helped with my sugar. It has helped my skin immensely.
Yeah.
I've had huge skin problems, and this is really helping that. The Lifelong Vitality really does work synergistically with this as well. And the Assist, I notice a difference that whenever I take that before I eat, and I know you haven't gone through how they all work yet and everything, but when I take that before I eat, I notice that after I'm done eating, I don't feel as tired. So,
Right.
and that's, and you're going to explain, I know more, or one of us can, but we're going to hear more about what Assist actually does. So we'll go into more detail about that. And I love that. So my skin, I feel more energy, and my appetite. Those are the three things. And I tell you, every day I am in groups where I'm reading up about learning more about it, on how to use it, because just like the oils, I am finding that this is really different for everyone too, on how and when you would use it. There's some basic ways to use it, and I know we'll go more into that, but I'm so excited because I keep seeing all these different results and so many different outcomes from different people. It's really mind blowing.
It really is, because it does become
have-
so individualized.
I have
Yes.
something that happened to me. So, so the taste of foods, taste of crap, taste
Yeah.
of foods that aren't good for you.
Yeah.
I had somebody bring donuts to work last week, and I bit into a donut and it tasted awful. It
Yeah.
tasted like grease. I had to literally spit it out.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't ingest this. And I think
Mhm.
it had to do with MetaPWR.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm having the same results, Barb. And Vicky, I know you're going to find this interesting. You haven't seen me for a couple of weeks, but I'm starting to get my taste and smell back.
Yay! That's really
Yay!
good,
It's
because
been
you've been
18.
missing out for a long time.
Yeah, but things that aren't good for me taste yucky.
Yeah.
Happy. Yeah.
Yeah, they just do not taste good. Like my dad had some black licorice the other day, and he goes, "Here, have a piece." Now, usually I love black licorice, and I'm like, "Oh," and it just it's too sweet. So another thing that I had was it was a cool evening at our trailer the other night, and I had some hot chocolate, and I'm like, "Oh, it was just too sweet for me."
Yeah.
So I love that it's helping us with our cravings. By really telling us what our body doesn't need.
Yes.
A lot of
Without us knowing it.
anti-inflammatory stuff in these stuff. Anti-inflammatories like like terpenes and like
Yes.
cariophylline and
So what's your question, Joe?
It does help with,
anti-inflammatory.
yeah, and it does help with some inflammation as well, because I'm huge. I have horrible
Cartilage.
issues in my shoulders, and I've noticed a decrease in that as well.
Yeah, so what we're looking for, Joe, is just overall with the lifestyle changes. So between eating better, reducing sugars, reducing alcohol, those things that we know are just not good for us. We are creating a environment in the body our body doesn't want to have inflammation all the time, but we are feeding it things that are causing inflammation. So by becoming more cognizant about what we should and shouldn't eat, and then adding on these things like lifelong vitality and the new MetaPWR products, now we are giving our body an environment that says, wow, this
It's
inflammation
like a
doesn't
steam
even-
engine, like going full force.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so let me talk a little bit more. I'm not going to go into this too much because here's the science of essential oils. And I know that all of you want me to go into all of these cycles and how it works and what's going to happen. And yay! All you need to know is it's very complicated. And we have amazing scientists at doTERRA who've done this for us. We personally are seeing the results. We have seen the results in our friends and our coworkers. And it is designed, like Vicki said earlier, it's designed to work synergistically with lifelong vitality, because lifelong vitality is the micronutrients that our body needs at the cellular level to be able to function correctly. But what MetaPWR does is it is helping us to break down our macronutrients. So the macronutrients are the things that we actually eat, and our body has to break down the big stuff, make it into little stuff so that our body can use it. So what MetaPWR is doing is it's taking those macronutrients, which are going to be your lipids, sugar, proteins, those kind of things, and it's breaking them down so that not only can our body use it, but it uses it so effectively that it doesn't cause irreversible damage in the body, because it actually helps us to stabilize our blood sugar levels. So no, I'm not going to go into that whole cycle that's on the right side of the page there. I promise I won't do that. We're just going to break it down really quick to tell you what the products are. The first one is Advantage. And Advantage is a drink powder, these little sachets of powder. I take about six ounces of water. You can put however much you want into it, but I think I use 5 or 6 ounces of cold water. And this has a collagen in it. It's a marine collagen that is 12 times more effective than a bovine or like a pork collagen, those things that are on the market that are already, they're pasteurized. And when you heat collagen, it breaks down the collagen, so it's not as effective in our body. So if you're one of those people who has a bovine collagen and you're putting it in your coffee in the morning, you are really getting very little effect, if any, from that collagen product. You need to take collagen cold. So we are actually activating, and if you have a liquid collagen, guess what? A liquid collagen also needs to be pasteurized, right? So what we're doing is we're putting this in the water, we're making it an instant liquid collagen in our own homes to be able to have that really fresh effectiveness to it. So what we're looking to do with these MetaPWR products is make our lifespan match our health span. And if we look at people who are, you think about maybe age 70, 75, you're like, I'm not going to take any trips anymore. I don't feel good anymore. I'm just not, and some people are like that at age 50. Some people are age 30 and their metabolic age is actually age 60 or 65 because they're already pre-diabetic. They're obese. They have severe inflammation in the body. They might have thyroid issues, digestive issues. So what we want is a metabolic age. Metabolic age is how we are on the inside. Okay. It's our glucose levels, our lipid levels, those kind of things that metabolically make our body run. It's how metabolism is how we use our food. So metabolically, we should be the same age as we are chronologically, or what we want to happen is that metabolically we can be younger than our chronological age. And that's what we're looking for, is this age reversal from the inside out. And you heard Barb and Vicki both talk about their skin, hair, nails. So this is an indicator that they are reversing their age in a very short amount of time on the inside, and it's starting to show on the outside. That's pretty cool.
I'm loving it.
Cool? It's awesome. Okay, so MetaPWR. So that was MetaPWR Advantage. There's also, let me go back here. I just want to talk a little bit about one more thing in here. It's called NMN, and it is a precursor to NAD in the body. And NAD is actually like the little repairman that's in our body. So whenever something goes wrong, this NAD goes in and it helps to repair that thing. Well, at the age of 25, our NAD levels really start to go down a lot. So this NMN, which is in this MetaPWR Advantage, is a product that is a precursor to NAD so that our body can create more NAD even when we are older. And what this does is it helps to repair the body, helps to free the body of free radicals and things like that that cause that inflammation and those chronic issues. There's also 10 other products in Advantage. I'm not going to go into them. Just know this is a life-altering, life-changing product. Like I put on my hiking shorts one day when I was on my girls' trip, and they literally fell to the floor. I cracked up. I went out, the living room where all the girls were sitting, and my drawers dropped to the floor. And I'm like, does someone have a belt? Because, it was like you said, Barb, I was just losing.
That's kind of where I am too. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, I was. And you know what? We shouldn't talk about our metabolic health just in terms of weight. That's a part of it. But what we want is level blood sugar levels. We want the correct ratios of good to bad cholesterol in the body. And we want mostly what we want is to lose that fat around the belly, because that's really where it's going to be an issue.
The dangerous fat.
So, yeah. So assist. Oh, Vic, were you going to say something? I thought I heard something. Sorry.
No, I was muted.
Okay. Metabolic assist. This is a capsule. This is also part of the assist system. You take this about 15 minutes before you eat, and it turns, I guess the best way, I think it might be on. Yeah, here we go. It turns fast carbs into slow carbs, reducing our mealtime blood glucose spikes. So this is huge, you guys, because when we eat, those carbohydrates turn into sugar in the body, and then our pancreas needs to release insulin to lower those blood glucose levels, or we're going to die. Basically, that's what our insulin does. Well, every time your blood glucose spikes, you age. And so if we are spiking that 3, 4, 5 times a day, that is not very good for longevity. So what we want to do is we want to level that spike out, level those blood glucose levels down. And what they were finding, even in these short results that they were doing with this metabolic assist, is they were finding an 11% less on people's glucose levels over time. And that
this is going to be amazing for diabetic patients.
Absolutely.
Amazing.
Or the pre-diabetics, the people who are moving towards that. This is going to be a life-altering product.
So Kathy, do you remember during our conference when there was that testimonial of the mother and daughter who had lunch and her blood sugar spiked?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. So, and she's a friend of mine, Angela Burgess. Yes. And she went out, her mom is a type 2 diabetic, had something at lunch that didn't agree with her, and she actually couldn't see. It was messing with her vision. And they gave her one of these assist capsules, and her vision almost immediately came back.
That's amazing. That is amazing right there.
It just
Any
gives me
diabetics,
chills.
that speaks to them.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So it's got mulberry leaf extract and berberine are the 2 active ingredients in it. And then it also has the MetaPWR Assist blend in it as well. I don't have a slide on this, but what the oil and the beadlets and the gum do, those are the 3 other products that are in the doTERRA line, right? So we've got the soft gels, the oil, and the beadlets, which are just a little like an appetite suppressant that you can just, pop in. Those actually help to inhibit the growth of fat cells. So I think what's happening is even if you don't lose weight and your fat cells are shrinking, guess what's going to happen to your body?
You're going to shrink.
Your pants are going to fall off.
Quite Literally.
what's gonna happen.
So
And
I
this-
don't notice so much weight loss, but I do notice difference in my skin, in my belly, so to speak.
Yes,
That skin, it's not as bloated or as, I mean, it just seems a little tighter.
yep, and that could be a result of the collagen,
Absolutely.
but also because those fat cells
Yeah.
are, I hate to use the word shrinking because that's
They're
not
shrinking.
actually what it does, but that's what people are
They're
gonna.
healthier fat cells.
That's
Yes.
right. They're healthy. We need fat. I mean, God put it on our body for a reason. We need it
Right.
for insulation, and we need it for energy. We need it for, energy reserves when we run out. And but the vast majority of Americans, about 92.8% of us, have way too much of it, and it's not a good, healthy fat. So thanks for bringing that up, Barb. But that's what the MetaPWR oil does. And that's not even in conjunction. Then you throw the assist on top of it, and then you throw the advantage on top of that. I mean, this entire
It's a
system is
powerhouse.
used together, right? So this is me. This is 2 weeks.
Oh,
So
Kath. You're a
I
brave woman, girl.
I took my first, and this is 2 weeks. So I'm now at almost 4 weeks. So I'm going to have to do this again, only I don't have a mirror in my trailer. So I don't know that I can, but mostly what I've seen is the difference. I've lost about 3 inches on my bust, and I've lost 2 inches in
The
my
visceral
midline,
fat. The
and
visceral fat.
also on my hips as well. And I'm also seeing a difference in my hair and my skin. So, yeah. So what do I do now? Well, I'm not going to go through all of the options, because whoever's going to be listening to this video, I want you to get a hold of Vicky or get a hold of Barb or whoever your leader is, and talk about the options that are going to be best for you to get started. I'm just going to go through them like really quickly. It's always best to get a variety of essential oils and other products to get started, again, so that you can be ready for anything. Having a diffuser so that you can have those nice aromatic benefits, and also having a good reference book or an app on your phone so that you can have that information right at your fingertips. We are essential oil educators, and we want to be able to help you use essential oils and supplements effectively for whatever needs you have. So Barb's becoming an expert on this. Vicky is amazing. I've been doing this for a while. So we are your team that would love to be able to help you as you get started as well. So becoming a wholesale member is always the best way to get your essential oils, because you get 25% off right away. And I mean, you can order from Barb or from Vicky, but you're really not getting the benefits that you could if you have your own wholesale membership. So that just completely works. The MetaPWR starter kit is only $179. And then you can add individual products in the coming months by being a part of the Loyalty Rewards program, which I'm going to talk about here in just a second. But this MetaPWR, for just $179, you get all of the products that you need here. And then as you need to replace things, you can put them on your monthly orders. The Natural Solutions Kit is one of the largest kits that doTERRA has. It's $345. It includes all the oils that we talked about, plus the Lifelong Vitality, plus some of the Digestin products. There's also toothpaste. I don't think I mentioned that. Something called Correctix that's a lot like, it's a wound healing ointment. I got started with the Natural Solutions Kit because I knew that I needed to kick myself in the butt and get something going, right? But if you get the Natural Solutions Kit and add on the MetaPWR Starter Kit, this is less than, well, it's just a little bit over $500 to do that. And I mean, you've got pretty much everything that you need to really, really get yourself kicked in the butt. Aroma Essentials, these are the basic essential oils that doTERRA has. They're all in smaller bottles, and it comes with a really nice diffuser. So it's a good place to start by just getting the diffusing benefits of essential oils. And then you've got the Home Essentials Kit, which is your top 10 essential oils with a diffuser as well. So if all you're interested in is getting started with the essential oils, we've got that, I just want to do it all with oils kind of kit. And that's this one for $270. Healthy Habits now throws in the Lifelong Vitality Pack, plus that Deep Blue, which is amazing for discomfort in the body. Also some essential oils and some digestion products as well. Again, you can add on that MetaPWR kit to this and give this even greater benefit, because you're going to have the Lifelong Vitality to get your micronutrients and the MetaPWR to break down your macronutrients, and you're going to have it all right there. And if you do this kit with the MetaPWR, now you're talking about less than, about $375 to do that. Not a bad deal. Simple Solutions, it's doTERRA's 4 best-selling products. I call this the semi-customizable kit because you can add on the MetaPWR to this. You can add on the Lifelong Vitality to this, and it's going to be a fantastic value for you to do that. Or you can get started with your own customizable kit. You can pick whatever you want to get started with, and as long as it's over 150, it's called PV, which is product volume. You get there's a $35 wholesale membership fee. All those kits that I just talked about, they waive that fee on those kits. And if you get a kit with 150 PV in it, you also have that $35 membership fee waived as well. So I know there's something that I forgot to put in here, and that is the specials for this month. So if you get 180 PV order in October, you also get a free adaptive capsules. So that's the one that we talked about. That is the emotional wellness blend, and it's absolutely fantastic for helping with those times of anxiousness and anger and things like that, that just turn us into somebody that we don't want to be. So you can get that for free this month just by getting started. Getting on the loyalty rewards program just makes sense. When you order monthly, you earn points back to get free stuff later. Yeah, and especially, right, if you're going to be using Lifelong Vitality and the MetaPWR system, you're going to be getting your products every month. And then doTERRA gives you money back and you can buy the oils you want later, so it just totally makes sense. Do you love the LRP, Barb?
Oh, I do. I just I buy my stuff. I'm like, wait, I have extra money to spend. I have a bonus money.
Right, exactly.
So I love it.
Right. So even, when people say, oh, essential oils are so expensive. Well, not when you learn how to buy them effectively and you get free stuff. So free stuff is always good. So that's another thing that we want to teach you how to do, is get the best bang for your buck with doTERRA as well. So really, I guess the question is, how serious are you about taking control of your health? I mean, you can use essential oils just to make your house smell good. Or you can learn more about the amazing supplements that use essential oils as their basis and really take control of your health so that you're not giving all of your power away. And that's what we want to help you do. So we just thank you so much for joining us on this call right now. I'm going to just stop my share. And
Okay.
hey, I see Annabelle joined us. We've got one more that joined us. So thank you guys so much for being here. And for Barb. And so do you guys have anything that you want to say before we?
I'm just so grateful of everybody that, that joined in, and I'm excited to share my adventures and, ongoing. Like, I know I'm going to, take this and help others with this. I'm just excited about it.
And I'm excited for you.
Thank you.
Me too. 2 things I want to add. The other special this month, we've got 2 days left, is balance. So you get a free. No?
Not for new enrollment. That's only for LRP orders.
Oh, never mind. Okay.
Yeah.
I want to add. The second thing I want to add was, I forgot to say earlier, something else. You talked about getting your smell and your taste back. And you remember I had that thing in last December, and about March, I don't know, February, March, my hair just started falling out. I mean, I wasn't just shedding, I was pulling out handfuls. So there was a noticeable difference in my hair. It was very, very thin.
And disturbing probably too.
It was disturbing. And especially because I use oils to help my hair grow thicker. And I had such great results. And then all of a sudden I was you know, my hair was coming out and it was like, I knew, I mean, because I've heard over and over that so many people have had that side effect of losing their hair after getting the thing.
Hey,
COVID.
My
The
hair
thing, the C word.
is just you can't see it right now because I kind of fixed it before I started this, but I've got all these little baby hairs and they're just all over now. My hair's all kind of frizzy. I know that sounds corny, but it's all these little baby hairs growing. So I'm really excited.
Regrowth. That's awesome.
That's amazing. And that's that collagen as well. So I think being consistent with it is really important as well, and making sure that we're doing it every day. I missed it yesterday. I'm up in Montana with my dad right now. That's why I have this creepy paneling behind me. I don't have 1970s paneling in my home, I promise. But I've been caring for my dad and, you know, cooking meals and making doctor appointments for him and, you know, doing all these things that I don't normally do, cleaning the storeroom. Oh Lord, that was terrible. But anyway, I missed a dose yesterday of my Advantage, and I realized last night how really tired I was. And I was like, oh man, I forgot my Advantage today. So yeah, consistency is important as well.
You can definitely, I can definitely tell when I don't have some.
Yeah.
And
All right.
I think it's when you take it, you don't feel it. And then when you don't take it, you realize, wow.
Right. It's the same with the lifelong vitality too. I think.
Yeah. for
Yes,
sure.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank
All
you.
right. Well,
Kathy.
I'm going to go ahead and just stop the recording, and we thank everybody for being here.
Yes.
And yeah, I hope you're
Thanks,
listening.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Kathy.
good job.
Thank you.
Good.
You bet, you guys. Okay.
Thank you.